Nia Carter walked into the hotel lobby like she'd done 1,000 times before. Calm, composed, invisible. The marble floors gleamed beneath her feet, carrying her father's legacy in every polished inch. She stopped at the heritage display, where his vintage watch sat behind glass, and felt her throat tighten. She didn't know the staff was already watching her. She didn't know that in less than an hour, she'd be publicly accused of stealing from her own family's collection. The alarm would sound, the security chief would corner her, and the word theft would hang over her head while guests stared and whispered. What they didn't know, what no one in that lobby could possibly imagine, was that the woman they were humiliating owned every single brick in that building. Subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from. Because this story doesn't just burn, it transforms everything. Nia Carter stepped through the Carter Hotel's revolving door near midday. Sunlight caught the polished marble floor and made it shine. She wore a simple gray coat and carried a leather bag. Her face was calm. The doorman hesitated before nodding. His smile came a second too late. Nia noticed, but said nothing. She crossed the lobby slowly. Soft piano music played from hidden speakers. The concierge glanced at her and then looked away. His expression was polite but distant. Nia felt the familiar weight in her chest. She had been misread before. She knew the feeling well. Elena Ruiz stood behind the front desk. She watched Nia approach. Elena felt uneasy but couldn't name why. The woman moved with quiet confidence. Elena found it difficult to place her. "Good afternoon," Nia said. "I'd like a room, please." "Of course," Elena said. "Do you have a reservation?" "No," Nia said. "I'm hoping you have availability." Elena typed quickly. Her fingers moved across the keyboard. "We do. May I have a name?" "Carter," Nia said. "Nia Carter." Elena entered the information. She didn't recognize the name. She offered a professional smile. "We have a deluxe room available. Would that work?" "That's fine," Nia said. Elena processed the booking. Her warmth felt measured now. Nia noticed the shift. She had seen it happen countless times. "You'll be in room 412, Elena said. She handed over the key card. "Enjoy your stay." "Thank you," Nia said. She turned toward the boutique display near the lobby's west wall. A glass case stood there. Inside was a vintage watch. A small plaque read, "Carter Family Heritage Collection." Nia stopped. Her throat tightened. That watch had belonged to her father. She moved closer. The watch sat under a spotlight. The leather band was worn but cared for. Nia's breath caught. She stood still and looked at it. A white woman approached the concierge desk. She spoke loudly. "Excuse me, where's the spa entrance?" The concierge's face brightened. "Ms. O'Connor, wonderful to see you again. Right this way." Nia watched. The difference in treatment was sharp. It always was. She stepped closer to the heritage case. She wanted to read every word. Nia leaned toward the glass case. Her father's watch rested on black velvet. The spotlight made the gold edges glow. She felt the ache of legacy locked behind glass. The plaque mentioned his name. It said he had been a founding investor. Nia's chest tightened. This hotel carried his sacrifice in every polished surface. "Excuse me," a voice said. Nia turned. The white woman from earlier stood beside her. Tess O'Connor smiled without warmth. "Do you work here?" Tess asked. She didn't wait for an answer. "I need directions to the conference wing." Nia felt her jaw tighten. She kept her voice even. "I'm a guest, but I believe it's past the elevators on the left." "Oh," Tess said. She looked surprised. "Thank you." Tess walked away without apology. Nia watched her go. A young employee approached Tess immediately. His face was bright. "Ms. O'Connor, can I help you with anything today?" Tess laughed. "I was just asking that woman, but thank you, darling." Nia stood near the case. No one had offered her the same attention. The contrast was sharp and familiar. Elena watched from the desk. She saw the difference in treatment. She told herself it was because Tess was a regular. The explanation felt thin in her mouth. Nia turned back to the watch. She studied her father's legacy through glass. She felt invisible and seen at the same time. A security guard entered the lobby. Graham Whitlock wore a dark suit and moved with authority. His eyes scanned the space. They landed on Nia. He paused. Whitlock's gaze stayed on her longer than necessary. Nia felt it. She didn't look up. He stepped closer. His boots made soft sounds on the marble. Nia's pulse quickened. She recognized the approach. It was the walk of someone preparing to question. Elena noticed Whitlock moving towards the case. She felt a pinch of concern. Something about the moment felt wrong. Nia straightened her shoulders. She kept her eyes on the watch. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She knew that. But she also knew it wouldn't matter. Whitlock stopped 3 feet behind her. His voice was polite. "Ma'am, is there something I can help you with?" Nia turned slowly. Her face was calm. "No, thank you. I'm just looking at the exhibit." His eyes tracked her hands. "Are you staying with us?" "Yes," Nia said. "Room 412. He nodded. His expression didn't change. "Enjoy your visit." He walked away but didn't leave the lobby. Nia watched him position himself near the corridor. Another guard appeared near the entrance. They were forming a net. Nia felt it close around her. Whitlock returned. His steps were quiet but deliberate. Nia felt his presence before she heard him. "Ma'am," he said. His voice was courteous. "Do you need any assistance?" Nia turned. She looked at him directly. "I'm fine. Just admiring the collection." "It's a beautiful piece," Whitlock said. He didn't sound convinced. "Are you familiar with the hotel's history?" "Some," Nia said. She kept her tone neutral. "I'm learning more." His eyes stayed on her hands. Nia noticed. She clasped them in front of her. She wanted to test his reaction. "When does the exhibit change?" she asked. Whitlock hesitated. "I'm not sure. That's managed by the cultural office." "Where can I find information about it?" Nia asked. "The concierge might know," he said. His answers were vague. He lingered too long. Nia nodded. She turned back to the case. She wanted him to leave. He didn't. Elena watched from the desk. Her stomach felt tight. Whitlock's attention seemed excessive. She wanted to say something. Training kept her silent. Nia walked slowly toward the elevator. She kept her movements calm. She could feel eyes tracking her. 2 guards shifted position. One moved toward the boutique entrance. The other stayed near the corridor. They weren't hiding. They wanted her to know. Nia pressed the elevator button. Her hands were steady. Inside, her heart raced. The boutique attendant appeared near the case. She was young and nervous. She fumbled with a key ring. The case needed adjusting, she said to no one in particular. Whitlock stepped closer to the case. His posture changed. He was preparing for something. Nia entered the elevator. The doors began to close. She saw Whitlock's face through the narrowing gap. His expression was certain. He had already decided something about her. The elevator climbed. Nia exhaled slowly. She knew what was coming. She had felt it building since she walked through the door. The hotel didn't know who she was, and that ignorance was about to reveal everything. Nia stepped out of the elevator on the 4th floor. She walked toward her room. Her phone buzzed. Jamal's name appeared on the screen. She answered. "Hey." "How's it going?" Jamal asked. His voice was warm. "Interesting," Nia said. She unlocked her door. "I'll tell you later." She ended the call. She needed to go back downstairs. She wanted to see the case one more time. The elevator descended. Nia felt calm. She had done nothing wrong. She repeated that to herself. The lobby was busier now. Guests moved through the space. Voices echoed softly. Nia walked toward the heritage case. The boutique attendant was adjusting the watch's placement. Her hands were careful. A sharp chime sounded. The alarm on the case. It was sensitive to movement. The attendant gasped. She stepped back. I'm sorry. Whitlock appeared instantly. His voice was loud. "What happened?" "The alarm," the attendant said. "I was just fixing the angle." Whitlock's eyes found Nia. "Ma'am, did you touch the case?" Nia felt the question land. It was loud enough for guests to hear. Faces turned toward her. "No," Nia said. Her voice was steady. "I didn't." "Were you near it?" Whitlock asked. "I was looking at it earlier," Nia said. "I didn't touch anything." Tess O'Connor stood nearby. She murmured to another guest. "These situations are always so uncomfortable." The words reached Nia. She felt the lobby shrink. Eyes landed on her. She was being branded. Elena's stomach tightened. She watched from the desk. Nia hadn't touched the case. Elena had seen that clearly. Whitlock stepped closer to Nia. His tone was professional. "Ma'am, you'll need to come with us." Nia looked at him. She understood. This wasn't about the alarm. This was about certainty. His certainty about who she was. What she must be. "Why?" Nia asked. "Procedure," Whitlock said. "Please follow me." Nia felt anger rise. She pushed it down. She wouldn't give him the reaction he expected. She nodded once. She followed him toward the back offices. Guests stared. The lobby watched her walk away. Elena gripped the edge of the desk. Her hands were shaking. This felt wrong. It felt deeply, obviously wrong. Whitlock led Nia into a windowless office. The walls were beige. A metal desk sat in the center. 2 chairs faced each other. "Please sit," Whitlock said. Nia sat. She kept her back straight. Her face was calm. "I need to see your identification," Whitlock said. Nia reached into her bag. She handed him her driver's license. He studied it longer than necessary. "Ms. Carter," he said. He wrote her name on a form. "Can you explain what you were doing near the display case?" "Looking at it," Nia said. "I'm interested in the hotel's history." "Did you touch the case or the lock?" he asked. "No," Nia said. "The alarm went off," Whitlock said. His tone implied she was lying. "The attendant was adjusting the watch," Nia said. "I saw her hands on it." Whitlock didn't write that down. "We take theft very seriously here." Nia felt the word. Theft. It hung in the air between them. "I haven't stolen anything," Nia said. "That remains to be seen," Whitlock said. Nia's chest tightened. She forced herself to breathe slowly. "I'd like to speak with the general manager." "He'll be informed," Whitlock said. "For now, we follow procedure." Elena knocked softly on the door. She entered with a glass of water. Her hands trembled slightly. "Thank you," Nia said. She took the water. Her voice was kind. Elena nodded. She felt relieved and ashamed at once. She left quickly. Nia looked at Whitlock. "I'd like to request the incident report and the camera footage from the lobby." Whitlock's jaw tightened. "We'll review everything internally." "I want copies," Nia said. Her voice was firm. She spoke from experience. She knew how rooms worked when truth mattered. Whitlock stood. "I'll be back." He stepped into the hallway. Another guard stood outside. Whitlock leaned close. His voice was low. "If she refuses cooperation, we escalate." Elena walked past. She heard the words. Her stomach dropped. She kept walking. She didn't know what to do, but she knew something had gone terribly wrong. Harlan Pike arrived 20 minutes later. His suit was tailored. His smile was practiced. He entered the office with polished concern. "Ms. Carter," he said, "I'm Harlan Pike, the general manager. I apologize for the confusion." Naya studied him. His apology didn't include accountability. She noticed. "Confusion," Nia said. "A misunderstanding with the alarm system," Pike said. He sat across from her. "These things happen." "Do they?" Naya asked. Pike's smile held. "We want to resolve this quickly, for everyone's comfort." Naya heard the implication. Leaving would be best. Quietly, without fuss. "What does everyone mean?" Nia asked. Pike's smile faltered. "Our guests, our staff, you, of course." "Of course," Naya said. Her tone was dry. "We can offer a complimentary upgrade," Pike said, "and waive your room charges as a gesture of goodwill." "I don't want an upgrade," Naya said. "I want the incident documented properly." Pike's expression cooled. "I'm trying to help you." "Are you?" Nia asked. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. Pike shifted in his chair. He was measuring reputational risk. Naya saw it in his eyes. "Let's not make this bigger than it is," Pike said. "It's already big," Naya said. "You just haven't admitted it yet." Outside the office, Lottie Mae Johnson pushed a housekeeping cart down the corridor. She was 67 and had worked at the hotel for 20 years. She paused near the doorway. She looked through the narrow opening. She saw Naya sitting upright, calm, refusing to shrink. Lottie Mae's breath caught. Her hands tightened on the cart handle. "That's her," she whispered. The words were barely audible. She wanted to step inside. She wanted to say something. Fear tugged at her. She had seen retaliation before. Lottie Mae moved on, but her heart was pounding. She knew that face. She knew that name. Naya looked at Pike. "I'd like to speak with whoever reported the theft." Pike hesitated. "That's not standard procedure." "Neither is accusing a guest without evidence," Naya said. Pike stood. "I'll see what I can arrange." He left. Whitlock entered moments later. Tess O'Connor followed him. She looked confident. "Ms. O'Connor saw the incident," Whitlock said. Tess nodded. "I was standing nearby. I saw you near the case. Then the alarm went off." "Did you see me touch it?" Naya asked. "Well, no," Tess said. "But you were very close." "So you didn't see me do anything," Naya said. "I saw enough to be concerned," Tess said. Her tone was certain. Whitlock treated Tess's words as evidence. He wrote them down carefully. Naya's denials were treated differently. They were recorded as strategy. Elena stood in the hallway. She heard the exchange. The imbalance hit her. It felt physical. Nia asked again for camera footage. Whitlock's answer came quickly. The cameras were down for maintenance. The explanation was too smooth, too convenient. Nia's hands tightened in her lap. She kept her face neutral. "When will they be back online?" "Soon," Whitlock said. Elena stepped into the office. Her voice was quiet. "I can check the system logs, see what I can find." The words surprised her. She hadn't planned to say them. Whitlock's eyes narrowed. "That won't be necessary." "I don't mind," Elena said. Nia looked at Elena. Their eyes met. Nia saw something shift in the younger woman's face. Tess left. Whitlock followed her. Nia was alone again. She pulled out her phone. She called Jamal. She kept her voice controlled. "They accused me of trying to steal," Nia said. "What?" Jamal's voice was sharp. Who? Security, management, a guest, Naya said. Tell me you're not going to swallow this, Jamal said. Nia's hand trembled. She gripped the phone tighter. I'm not swallowing it. I'm studying it. She ended the call. She sat in the sterile office. She felt the weight of being publicly reduced, but she wasn't breaking. She was gathering evidence, witnesses, truth. Elena returned to the front desk. Her heart raced. She opened the hotel system. She told herself she was confirming exhibit details. She searched for Heritage Collection documents. A file appeared. It was labeled Carter Family Collection. Elena clicked it. Her throat tightened as she read. The document listed donors, investors, founding partners. One name stood out: Elijah Carter, primary investor, 1962-1989. Below that, a note: collection maintained by Carter Family Trust. Current trustee, Nia Carter. Elena's hands went cold. She read the name again. Nia Carter. The woman in the back office. The woman Whitlock had accused. She looked at the portrait hanging in the main corridor. She walked past it every day. The plaque beneath it read, Elijah Carter, founding visionary. Elena felt the floor shift. Nia wasn't just a guest. She was the owner. She printed the document. Her hands shook. She folded it and slipped it into a folder. She returned to the back office. Naya sat upright. Her dignity was unshaken. Elena stepped inside. She closed the door softly. When did silence start feeling like safety? Naya asked. Her voice was quiet. Elena couldn't answer. But she didn't look away. Nia made her decision. She wouldn't reveal who she was yet, not until she had proof. Witnesses. The hotel's own rules ready to convict it. I need you to keep that document safe, Elena said. She handed Naya the folder. Naya opened it. She saw her father's name. She saw her own name listed as trustee. She looked at Elena. You just crossed a line. I know, Elena said. You can't uncross it, Naya said. I know, Elena said again. Her voice was steadier now. Nia felt gratitude rise in her chest. She wasn't alone anymore. Elena left the office. She walked back to the desk. Her hands were still shaking. But something inside her had shifted. Silence didn't feel like safety anymore. It felt like participation. Elena returned to the office. She held a folder against her chest. Her voice was quiet. I found exhibit paperwork, she said. It contradicts what Mr. Whitlock said about missing property. Nia looked up. Her face was calm. What does it say? The watch belongs to the Carter family collection, Elena said. She hesitated. The Carter family founded this hotel. Nia absorbed the information without triumph. She had expected truth to require patience. And my name? Nia asked. You're listed as the trustee, Elena said. The door opened. Whitlock entered. His eyes moved between them. What are you doing here? He asked Elena. His tone was sharp. Providing documentation, Elena said. Her heart raced. That's not your responsibility, Whitlock said. Elena felt the old fear surge. Job, reputation, stability, everything she had built. Naya spoke. Her voice was steady. Mr. Whitlock, I'd like you to put your claims in writing. Include the names of all witnesses. Whitlock's jaw tightened. That's not necessary. It is if you're accusing me of theft, Nia said. Documentation protects everyone. Whitlock resisted. Nia watched him avoid the accountability of ink. She understood the pattern. I want it in writing, Naya said again. With your signature. Whitlock stepped closer. His voice dropped. You're not in charge here. Nia met his eyes. She didn't blink. Not yet. The words hung in the air. Whitlock's face hardened. He turned and left. Elena exhaled. Her hands were shaking. She had witnessed something shift. Power wasn't always loud. Sometimes it was 2 words spoken quietly. Naya folded the paperwork carefully. She placed it in her bag. She was building a case, piece by piece. Elena sat down. Her legs felt weak. "What happens now?" "We wait," Naya said. "And we watch." "For what?" Elena asked. "For them to keep making mistakes," Naya said. "They will. They always do." Pike appeared at the office door. His smile was strained. "Miss Carter, I think it's best if you leave through the side exit." "Why?" Nia asked. "Discretion," Pike said. "For your comfort." "I'm comfortable using the front door," Nia said. Pike's smile faded. "I'm trying to help you avoid embarrassment." "The embarrassment isn't mine," Nia said. She stood. "I'll leave through the lobby." Pike stepped aside. He had no legal grounds to stop her. Nia walked through the corridor. Her heart pounded. She entered the lobby. Guests turned to look. Their eyes carried the quiet appetite of spectators. Naya kept her face composed. Her chest tightened. She was being publicly reduced. Again. The ache was old and familiar. She walked slowly. She refused to hurry. She was a guest. She had every right to this space. Lottie Mae stood behind a marble column. She caught Elena's eye. She made a small gesture, firm, deliberate, an invitation to courage. Elena stood near the desk. She heard 2 staff members whispering. "She must have done something," one said. "They wouldn't accuse her for nothing," the other said. The casual cruelty disgusted Elena. She wanted to scream. She stayed, silent. Nia reached the center of the lobby. She stopped. She didn't leave. She stood still under the chandelier. Pike approached. "Ms. Carter, please." "I'm a guest," Nia said. "I'm standing in a hotel lobby. Is that against policy?" Pike's face reddened. Other guests watched. He couldn't make a scene. Not here. Not now. "Of course not," Pike said. His voice was tight. Nia looked around the lobby. She memorized faces, positions, the layout of power. Whitlock stood near the entrance. 2 guards flanked the exits. They were containing her without touching her. Nia turned to Pike. "I'll be in my room. When you're ready to discuss this properly, call me." She walked to the elevator. Her legs felt heavy, but she didn't stumble. The doors closed. Nia leaned against the wall. She allowed herself 1 moment of exhaustion. Then she straightened. She had work to do. Nia sat in her room. She opened her laptop. She drafted a formal request for the hotel's security protocol. She framed it as a customer rights issue. She called the front desk. Elena answered. "I need a copy of your guest complaint procedures," Nia said, "and your security incident policies." Elena hesitated. "I'll have to ask Mr. Pike." "Please do," Nia said. 20 minutes later, Pike called her room. "Ms. Carter, why do you need those documents?" "I'm exercising my rights as a guest," Nia said. "I assume you provide them upon request." Pike was trapped. Refusing would look worse. "I'll have them sent up." Nia waited. The documents arrived. She read them carefully. She highlighted contradictions, procedural failures, violations of the hotel's own standards. Jamal arrived in the lobby an hour later. His face was set, anger contained but visible. Whitlock saw him immediately. He moved toward Jamal. His hand touched his radio. "Can I help you?" Whitlock asked. His tone was different, sharper. "I'm here to see my sister," Jamal said. "Your sister?" Whitlock asked. "Nia Carter," Jamal said. "Room 412. Whitlock's posture changed. He was treating Jamal as a threat. The assumption was automatic. Nia appeared from the elevator. She saw Whitlock's stance. She saw Jamal's clenched fists. "Jamal," she said. Her voice was firm. Jamal turned. He started toward her. Nia held up one hand. Stop. Jamal stopped. He looked at her. He wanted to explode. She could see it. Nia shook her head once. Discipline over explosion. It cost her. Part of her wanted to lean on his outrage. But rage would give them ammunition. Restraint would keep the truth clean. Jamal exhaled slowly. He nodded. He followed her to a quiet corner. Elena watched from the desk. She saw Nia manage her own ally. Her respect deepened. Pike approached Elena. His voice was low. Loyalty matters here, Elena. Remember that. Elena felt the warning. She realized what he meant. Loyalty to harm wasn't loyalty at all. Elena waited until her shift ended. She went to the security office. The door was unlocked. Fuitino's room was empty. She sat at the main console. Her hands shook. She pulled up the system logs. The primary cameras showed gaps. Maintenance, the files said. But Elena knew the system. She had helped install updates last year. She searched for auxiliary feeds. The hotel had used temporary cameras during renovations. Most were disconnected. But one still recorded. Elena found the feed. She clicked on it. The angle was awkward. It covered part of the boutique area. She scrolled through footage from earlier that day. She saw Tess O'Connor. She saw her companion, a man in an expensive suit. The man reached toward the display case. His hand touched the glass. A guard stood nearby. The guard looked away. Elena's breath caught. The guard had ignored a white guest touching the case. But Nia hadn't touched anything. And she was treated as a criminal. Elena copied the file. She saved it to a thumb drive. Her hands shook violently now. She was collecting evidence, but she was also collecting confession. The hotel's moral rot was documented, time-stamped, undeniable. She heard footsteps in the corridor. She closed the program quickly. She slipped the drive into her pocket. Lottie May appeared in the doorway. Her face was gentle but firm. "I've seen this before," Lottie May said. "Don't let them bury it." Elena looked at her. "You know who she is." "I know," Lottie May said. "I've worked here 20 years. I remember when her father was alive." "Why didn't you say something?" Elena asked. "Fear," Lottie May said. The word was simple, honest. "I've seen what happens to people who speak up." Elena felt the weight of that fear. It was real, justified, crushing. "I'm afraid too," Elena said. "I know," Lottie May said, "but you're doing it anyway." More footsteps, closer now. Whitlock's voice echoed down the hall. Elena stood. She left quickly. The drive felt heavy in her pocket. She had evidence. She had crossed the line. There was no going back. Whitlock found Elena in the back corridor. His eyes were sharp. "What were you doing in the security office?" he asked. Elena's throat went dry. "Assisting with exhibit documentation." "That's not your department," Whitlock said. "Mr. Pike asked me to help," Elena said. The lie tasted bitter. Whitlock stepped closer. "Security outranks front desk in incidents. Remember that." The threat was clear, implied but not stated. Elena felt it settle over her. "I understand," Elena said. Whitlock walked away. Elena leaned against the wall. Her heart raced. In her room, Nia sat with the hotel policies spread across the bed. She highlighted section after section. Violations, inconsistencies, failures of their own standards. She called Jamal. "I need you to stay calm." "I am calm," Jamal said. He wasn't. "I'm asking Pike for a formal review meeting," Nia said. "When?" Jamal asked. "Soon," Nia said, "but I'm not revealing who I am yet." "Why not?" Jamal asked. His frustration was sharp. "End this. Now." "Because I want them to keep talking," Nia said. "Every word they say builds the case." Jamal was silent. Then he spoke. "You're better at this than I am." "I've had more practice," Naya said. Her voice was sad. She ended the call. She looked at the policies again. The hotel had rules. Good rules. They just didn't follow them when it mattered. Elena knocked on Naya's door an hour later. She looked exhausted. "I have something," Elena said. She handed over the thumb drive. Nia took it. "What is it?" "Footage," Elena said. "From an old camera. It shows what really happened." Nia looked at Elena. She saw fear and courage fighting in the younger woman's eyes. "Truth doesn't need volume," Nia said. "It needs a room." Elena nodded. "Then we need to create that room." Nia felt something shift. She wasn't alone. Elena had chosen to stand with her. It was dangerous. It was brave. It was necessary. Nia called Pike the next morning. Her voice was calm, professional. "I'm requesting a meeting with the board," she said. "Guest complaint escalation, as outlined in your policies." Pike was silent. Then he spoke. "That's not typically necessary." "It is when allegations of theft are made without evidence," Naya said. "We can resolve this internally," Pike said. "I'm invoking my right under Section 12 of your guest complaint policy," Naya said. "A board review is mandatory." Pike's voice tightened. "I'll need to check the schedule." "You have 48 hours, Naya said, "per your own policy." She ended the call. She knew Pike would stall. She expected it. Pike sat in his office. He felt the situation slipping. Control was fracturing. He needed to protect the hotel, protect the brand, protect authority over people. In the lobby, Tess O'Connor saw Nia near the concierge desk. She approached with a smile. The smile carried contempt. "Still here?" Tess said. "I thought you'd left." Nia turned. Her face was calm. "I'm a guest. Why would I leave?" "Well, after all the trouble," Tess said. She lowered her voice. "It seems like you're making this into something it isn't." "What did you see?" Nia asked. "Exactly." Tess hesitated. "I saw you near the case. Then the alarm." "Did you see me touch it?" Nia asked. "I saw enough," Tess said. "That's not an answer," Nia said. Tess's certainty wavered. Her smile became uncertain. "I know what I saw." "Do you?" Nia asked. "Or do you know what you expected to see?" Tess stepped back. She felt uncomfortable. She left quickly. Elena had watched the exchange. She felt shame wash over her. How many times had she mistaken confidence for truth? Pike called Naya that afternoon. "The board can do a walkthrough to calm concerns." "When?" Naya asked. "Next week," Pike said. "Your policy says 48 hours, Naya said. Pike's voice hardened. "Logistics require flexibility." "Your policy doesn't," Naya said. Pike agreed reluctantly. 2 days. He believed he could control it. The hotel entered a tense holding pattern. Staff whispered in corners. Security hovered near exits. The lobby's elegance felt strained. Naya sat in her room. She wrote a clear chronological statement. She grounded herself in facts. Dignity required precision. She listed times, locations, statements made, witnesses present. She kept emotion out of the document. Truth didn't need embellishment. Jamal paced in his own hotel room across town. He called Nia every few hours. "This is taking too long," he said. "It takes what it takes," Nia said. "They're making you wait on purpose," Jamal said. "I know," Nia said. "But if we turn this into a spectacle, they'll call it attitude. If we turn it into record, they'll have to call it truth." Jamal exhaled. "I hate this." "So do I," Nia said, "but I won't let anger make me sloppy." She ended the call. She returned to her statement. She added another detail, another timestamp. Elena sat at her kitchen table. She practiced what she would say if asked directly about the footage. Her voice trembled. She imagined Whitlock's stare, Pike's disappointment, the staff's judgment. She practiced again. Her voice steadied slightly. Her phone buzzed. A message from Pike. "Come to my office, now." Elena's mouth went dry. She stared at the screen. She knew this was coming. She had hoped for more time. She drove to the hotel. Her hands gripped the steering wheel. She felt sick. She walked through the staff entrance. She climbed the stairs to Pike's office. Each step felt heavier. She knocked. Pike's voice called out. "Come in." Elena entered. Pike sat behind his desk. His face was serious. "Close the door," he said. Elena closed it. She sat down. Her heart pounded. "We need to talk about your involvement in this situation," Pike said. Elena's voice was quiet. "What situation?" "Ms. Carter," Pike said. "Your loyalty is being questioned." Elena felt the trap closing. Pike slid a document across the desk. "This is a statement. It clarifies your role. Sign it." Elena picked it up. She read it. The words made her sick. The statement framed Naya as uncooperative, defensive, refusing to follow security procedures. It portrayed Whitlock as professional, appropriate, acting in good faith. It was a lie, carefully worded, designed to protect the hotel. "I can't sign this," Elena said. Pike's expression hardened. "Why not?" "Because it's not true," Elena said. "It's the official account," Pike said. "It's not what happened," Elena said. Her voice was stronger now. Pike leaned back. "Elena, I'm offering you a path back to safety. Your job, your reputation, your future." Elena felt the temptation. It was warm, familiar, so easy to accept. She thought about rent, references, years of work, everything she'd built. Then she remembered Naya's question. When did silence start feeling like safety? "I won't sign it," Elena said. Pike's face went cold. "Then you're choosing to make this very difficult for yourself." "I'm choosing the truth," Elena said. "The truth is what we document," Pike said. "No," Elena said. "The truth is what happened, and this isn't it." Pike stood. "You're suspended, pending investigation." Elena stood too. Her legs shook. "I understand." "You can leave your badge at the desk," Pike said. "You're not to return until you're cleared." Elena left the office. She walked down the stairs. Her whole body trembled. She had just sacrificed her livelihood for a stranger, for truth. She drove to the Carter Hotel. She went to Naya's room. She knocked. Nia opened the door. She saw Elena's face. She knew. "He suspended me," Elena said. Nia pulled her inside. "I'm sorry." "I have the footage," Elena said. She handed over the drive. "If this ruins me, it better matter." Nia took the drive. Her hands were gentle. "It will, because we won't waste your courage." Elena sat down. She felt exhausted, terrified, and somehow lighter. She had crossed the line. She couldn't uncross it, but she was standing on the right side. Whitlock increased security presence the next morning. 2 guards positioned themselves near Naya's elevator. Another stood in the lobby near the boutique. Their visibility was deliberate. Nia felt the pressure. It was designed to make her feel watched, contained, guilty. Pike called her room. "The board walkthrough has been postponed." "Why?" Nia asked. "Logistics," Pike said. His tone was smooth. "Scheduling conflicts." "That violates your policy," Nia said. "We're doing our best," Pike said. Nia understood. They planned to smother the truth through delay, exhaust her patience, make her give up. Jamal called immediately after. "We need to contact press, now." "No," Nia said. "Why not?" Jamal asked. "Let them see what this place really is." Because I want one clean public moment, Nia said. Not a messy war of headlines. Jamal felt frustrated, but he trusted her judgment. Lottie Mae knocked on Nia's door that afternoon. Her face was nervous but determined. I'll testify, Lottie Mae said. I'll tell them what I've seen here over the years. Nia felt grateful. She also felt the weight of responsibility. They might retaliate. I know, Lottie Mae said. Her voice was quiet. I've been invisible for 20 years. Maybe it's time to be seen. Nia's throat tightened. I'll protect you. I promise. You can't promise that yet, Lottie Mae said, but I believe you'll try. Lottie Mae left. Nia sat down. The promise weighed on her. She couldn't publicly guarantee protection. Not yet. Whitlock appeared at her door an hour later. 2 officers stood behind him. Local police. Ms. Carter, we need to document your refusal to cooperate, Whitlock said. Nia's stomach dropped. She heard the word clearly. Refusal. It hung in the air. The officers looked uncomfortable. One of them spoke. Ma'am, there's been a complaint filed. Nia stood. She kept her voice calm. I haven't refused anything. I've requested proper documentation. Whitlock's face was smooth. Righteous. He was performing for the police. Nia knew this moment would come. She had prepared for it. But preparation didn't erase the sting. The officers asked to speak with her. Nia agreed. She would cooperate fully, but she wouldn't surrender her dignity. The police entered Nia's room. Whitlock stood in the doorway. His posture was confident. Ma'am, can you explain the incident? The lead officer asked. Nia spoke calmly. She recounted the timeline. The alarm, the accusation, the refusal to provide footage. She answered every question directly. Did you touch the display case? The officer asked. No, Nia said. Did you attempt to remove anything? The officer asked. No, Nia said. The officer wrote notes. His partner looked around the room. Everything was neat, organized, professional. Whitlock interrupted. She's been uncooperative since the beginning. Nia looked at him. I've requested documentation. That's not uncooperative. That's my right. You've made this difficult, Whitlock said. No, Nia said. You've made this difficult by refusing to follow your own procedures. The officer looked at Whitlock. You have camera footage? The system was down, Whitlock said. The explanation sounded thin. The officer's expression shifted slightly. He heard it too. When will it be back online? The officer asked. Soon, Whitlock said. We'll need to see it when it's available, the officer said. Elena stood in the hallway outside. She heard the voices. Her hands were clenched. She felt terrified she would freeze when it mattered. Nia glanced toward the door. She saw Elena's shadow. Their eyes met briefly. Nia's gaze was steady. Anchoring. Pike appeared. He tried to smooth the situation. Officers, this is really just a misunderstanding. We can handle it internally. A theft complaint was filed, the officer said. We document those. Pike's charm didn't work. The moment refused to be charmed. The lead officer turned to Whitlock. If there's footage, we need it. All of it. Whitlock's jaw tightened. I'll see what I can retrieve. Elena felt the thumb drive in her pocket. It was heavy, significant. She knew what it contained. The officers asked for witness statements. Pike provided names. Tess O'Connor, the boutique attendant, 2 security guards. Anyone else? The officer asked. Elena stepped forward. Her voice was quiet. I saw what happened. Whitlock's eyes snapped toward her. His face hardened. You're not on duty, Pike said quickly. I was there, Elena said. I witnessed it. The officer looked at her. We'll need your statement. Elena nodded. Her heart pounded, But she didn't step back. The officer spoke with Elena privately. She sat in a small office. Her hands shook. "What did you see?" the lead officer asked. Elena described the alarm, the attendant's hands on the case. Naya standing nearby but not touching anything. Whitlock's immediate focus on Naya. "Did Ms. Carter touch the display?" the officer asked. "No," Elena said. "I saw the attendant adjust the watch. That's when the alarm sounded." The officer wrote carefully. "Anything else?" Elena hesitated. Then she reached into her pocket. She pulled out the thumb drive. "There's auxiliary footage," she said, "from an old camera. It shows what happened earlier that day." The officer took the drive. "How did you get this?" "I work here," Elena said. "I accessed the security system." "With permission?" the officer asked. Elena's voice was steady. "No." She had just admitted to a violation, but she had also handed over truth. The officer connected the drive to a laptop. He played the footage. The angle was awkward, but clear. It showed Tessa's companion touching the glass, a guard nearby looking away. Selective attention. Selective enforcement. The officer's expression changed. He saw it. The bias behaving as routine. "We'll need to include this in the report," he said. Elena nodded. "I understand." Whitlock found her in the hallway after the officers left. His fury was controlled but visible. "You're disloyal," he said. His voice was low, hard. "I'm loyal to what's right," Elena said. "You violated protocol," Whitlock said. "You violated a guest," Elena said. Her voice was stronger now. Other staff members watched. Some looked shocked. Others looked uncomfortable. Whitlock stepped closer. "You just ended your career here." "Maybe," Elena said, "but I can live with that." She walked away. Her whole body trembled. But she didn't fall. She kept walking. Pike appeared moments later. His face was cold. "Elena, you're removed from the floor, effective immediately." "I was already suspended," Elena said. "Now it's pending termination," Pike said. Elena left through the staff exit. She sat in her car. She fought tears. She fought despair. But she had done it. She had stood firm. Something in her felt unbroken. Elena sat at her kitchen table. Rent was due in 2 weeks. She had savings for maybe 2 months. After that, nothing. She imagined job interviews, references. The question, "Why did you leave your last position?" The truth would sound noble, but noble didn't pay bills. Her phone rang. Naya's name appeared. Elena answered. "How are you?" Nia asked. "Scared," Elena said. The honesty surprised her. "I know," Naya said. "I can't promise this ends well for you yet, but I won't forget what you did." "That doesn't pay my rent," Elena said. Her voice cracked. "I know," Naya said again, "but truth matters, even when it's expensive." Elena felt tears coming. She wiped them away. "I hope you're right." "So do I," Naya said. They ended the call. Elena felt a little less alone. Jamal visited Nia that evening. He sat across from her in the hotel room. "I underestimated you," he said. "You wanted faster justice," Naya said. "I wanted any justice," Jamal said. "I didn't think restraint would work." "Restraint isn't ease," Naya said. Her voice was soft. "It's endurance." Jamal nodded. "I'm learning that." A knock came at the door. Naya opened it. Lottie Mae stood there. She held a folded piece of paper. "I wrote down names," Lottie Mae said. "Staff who've witnessed things over the years, similar incidents." Nia took the paper. She unfolded it. 5 names, each with a brief note, dates, patterns, a black valet accused of stealing a guest's keys, cameras malfunctioned, a Latina housekeeper blamed for missing jewelry, no evidence, fired anyway. An Asian chef questioned about authentic ingredients, treated as suspicious. Naya's chest tightened. This wasn't one accusation. This was a pattern, a culture, years of quiet harm. "Thank you," Nia said. Her voice was thick. Lottie May left. Nia sat with the paper. She felt the weight of it. She called her attorney. "I need to summon the board directly, without Pike's interference." "On what grounds?" the attorney asked. "Ownership," Nia said. "It's time." She was done letting Pike control the calendar. Done waiting. The truth was assembled. The witnesses ready. It was time to force the hotel to face itself. Nia's attorney filed a formal request. It went directly to the board. It cited ownership structure, fiduciary duty, legal obligation. Pike couldn't cancel it. He tried. The board overruled him. The walkthrough was scheduled for the next morning. Pike learned of it through official channels. His panic was visible. He found Naya in the lobby. His face was desperate now. "Ms. Carter, let's settle this quietly," he said. "Name your price, sign an NDA, move on." Nia looked at him. She felt sadness more than anger. "You want me to confuse peace with erasure," she said. "I want to protect the hotel," Pike said. "From what?" Naya asked. "From truth?" "From damage," Pike said. "The damage is already done," Naya said. "You just haven't admitted it yet." Pike stepped closer. His voice dropped. "You'll ruin people's livelihoods. Think about the staff." "I am thinking about them," Naya said. "That's why I'm doing this." Pike walked away. He was out of options. Out of control. Whitlock positioned guards around the lobby. He framed it as guest safety. The security presence felt loud, aggressive. Nia watched. She documented. She took photos. She noted the time. Elena arrived at the hotel mid-morning. She wore professional clothes. She walked through the front entrance. A guard stopped her. "You're not authorized to be here." "I'm a witness," Elena said. "The board requested my presence." The guard hesitated. He radioed Pike. Pike's voice came through. "Let her in." Elena entered the lobby. Staff stared at her. Some with sympathy, others with judgment. She didn't care. She was here for truth, not approval. The lobby's atmosphere turned electric. The chandelier light felt sharper. Guests sensed something happening. The board delegation arrived at 11. 3 members. Lawyers. The hotel's chief financial officer. Pike's smile was practiced, but the edges cracked. His control was slipping. Naya stood near the heritage portrait wall. She waited. Calm. Ready. The moment she had been building toward was here. Pike began with polished explanations. His voice was smooth, professional. He framed the incident as unfortunate miscommunication. "Ms. Carter felt uncomfortable," he said. "We regret that, but our security team followed protocol." A board member interrupted. "What protocol specifically?" Pike hesitated. "Standard risk assessment procedures." "Can you cite the section?" the board member asked. Pike's vagueness began to look like avoidance. He fumbled with papers. Whitlock stepped forward. "We prioritize guest safety. Risk protocol requires vigilance." The police officer from the previous night stood near the entrance. He had been asked to attend. His presence gave the moment gravity. "I documented the complaint," the officer said. "There was confusion about evidence." "The cameras malfunctioned," Whitlock said quickly. "All of them?" the board member asked. "Maintenance issue," Whitlock said. The explanation sounded thin, rehearsed, convenient. Nia stood silently. She listened to her own hotel speak about her. She was described as a problem, an incident, a disruption. Something in her face settled. She felt final calm wash over her. Elena stepped forward. She held a folder. Her hands were steady now. "I have exhibit paperwork," she said, "and a timeline of interactions. She handed the documents to the board. They read carefully. Expressions shifted. Tess O'Connor stood near the concierge desk. She sensed the change. She tried to leave quietly. "Ms. O'Connor," a board member called. "You filed a witness statement. Can you clarify what you saw?" Tess stopped. Her face flushed. "I saw the alarm go off. She was nearby." "Did you see her touch anything?" the board member asked. "Well, no," Tess said, "but I wanted everyone to be safe." The words landed hollow. Tess realized how they sounded. She stepped back. Pike motioned to the guards. "Ms. Carter, I think it's best if you wait in a private area, to reduce disruption." Nia stepped forward, before anyone could touch her. Her movement was calm, deliberate. She claimed the space with her presence. "I'm not going anywhere," Nia said. Her voice was quiet. Everyone leaned in to hear. The silence stretched. The lobby held its breath. Nia looked at the board members. She spoke clearly. Her voice carried across the marble floor. "My name is Nia Carter," she said. "I am the trustee of the Carter Family Trust. I am the owner of this hotel." The lobby fell into stunned silence. Faces froze. Whitlock's mouth opened slightly. Pike's face drained of color. His authority crumbled in real time. "You're—" Pike started. He couldn't finish. "I'm the woman you accused of theft," Nia said. "In my own hotel, wearing my father's legacy." Whitlock's certainty evaporated. He looked small suddenly. His confidence had been built on assumptions, wrong assumptions. Nia turned to the board. "I have auxiliary camera footage. I'd like it played now." The officer handed over Elena's thumb drive. It was loaded onto a screen. Everyone watched. The footage showed Tess's companion, his hand on the glass, the guard looking away. Selective attention, selective enforcement. It showed Nia standing near the case, not touching, not reaching, simply looking. It showed Whitlock's approach, the assumption in his posture before any alarm sounded. The truth stood exposed. No theatrics needed. Just documentation. A board member pulled out printed emails. "Mr. Pike, these are your communications about clientele optics and protecting brand standards." Pike's face went white. "Those were about overall strategy." "They were about excluding people," the board member said, "creating a culture where bias feels normal." Pike's polished veneer cracked. Panic showed through. "I was protecting the hotel's reputation." "You were protecting prejudice," Nia said. Her voice was steady, sad. "And calling it professionalism." Nia made her decisions clearly. She spoke them aloud. "Mr. Whitlock, you're terminated. Effective immediately." Whitlock opened his mouth. No words came. Security had been his identity. It dissolved in seconds. "Mr. Pike, you're placed on administrative leave, pending full investigation." Pike's legs looked weak. The board answers to ownership," a board member said. "We concur with Ms. Carter's decision." Nia continued. "All staff witnesses will receive protection from retaliation. Any attempt to intimidate or terminate them will result in legal action." She looked directly at Elena. Their eyes met. Something passed between them. Recognition, gratitude, respect. "You did the hardest thing here," Nia said. Elena's eyes filled with tears. She refused to be ashamed of them. Lottie Mae stood by a column. She smiled. A small, knowing smile. Tess slipped toward the exit. Her preferential treatment was ending. She looked smaller, more human. The lobby's energy shifted. Power redistributed. Truth claimed space that lies had occupied. Nia felt exhausted, vindicated, and something else. Grief for what it took to get here. 3 weeks passed. The hotel operated under new leadership, new training, new protocols. Dignity was non-negotiable now, not optional. written into every policy, every procedure. Nia called a staff gathering in the lobby, where the incident happened. She was reclaiming the space. 50 employees attended, some nervous, others curious, all present. Nia stood under the chandelier. She spoke plainly, without bitterness, but with truth. "This hotel was built on my father's dream," she said. "He believed luxury should include everyone, not exclude them." She paused. Her voice was steady. "We failed that dream, for years, through small cruelties that felt normal." Faces looked down, some with shame, others with recognition. "But we can change," Nia said. "Change requires honesty, accountability, and the courage to be uncomfortable." Elena stood near the front. She had been reinstated. Her role was different now, shaped by courage instead of compliance. Nia nodded to her. Elena stepped forward. Her voice trembled slightly, then steadied. "I apologize," Elena said. "Not performatively, but specifically. I participated in harm through silence. I saw things and said nothing. That made me part of the problem." The silence hung heavy. Honest, necessary. "I'm learning to do better," Elena said. "I hope we all are." Other staff members nodded. The acknowledgement felt real. Lottie May was introduced as the Heritage Program's senior advisor. Her voice finally given weight. 20 years of witnessing became 20 years of wisdom. She spoke briefly. "I've cleaned rooms in this hotel for 2 decades. I've seen who gets treated as human and who doesn't. I'm grateful that's changing." Tess O'Connor sat in a lobby chair. She attended the gathering quietly. Her special treatment was gone. She looked humbled, uncertain, more honest than before. Nia ended with a reflective statement. She looked around the room, at faces, at the marble, at her father's portrait. "Luxury without justice is just prettier exclusion," she said. "A place cannot call itself grand if it makes people feel small." Her words settled over the gathering. People nodded. Some wiped their eyes. The meeting ended. Staff returned to work. The lobby resumed its rhythm. But something fundamental had shifted. Nia stood alone by the Heritage case later that evening. The glass was gone now. Her father's watch rested on an open display. She touched it gently. The leather was worn. The gold edges caught the light. She felt the steadiness of earned victory, not revenge, not spectacle, just dignity restored, a culture forced to grow, a truth that refused to stay buried. Nia's breath caught. She smiled. Small, quiet, real. Justice had arrived, finally, fully, forever changed.